We're going to explain how to fix the dreaded missing right parenthesis error in Oracle SQL Insert Statements. This error is incredibly common and usually stems from simple mistakes in your syntax. Let's break down the most frequent causes and solutions. 1. Incorrect number of parentheses. The most obvious cause is an unequal number of opening and closing parentheses. Oracle's insert statement has a specific structure. It starts with insert into table name, column 1, column 2, values, value 1, value 2. Make sure you have one opening parenthesis after into table name, one opening parenthesis after values, and corresponding closing parentheses at the end of both lists. Double-check each parenthesis, counting them to ensure an equal number. A simple typo, such as an extra opening parenthesis or a missing closing one, will trigger this error. For example, if you have insert into my table, I'd name values 1, John. You're missing a closing parenthesis after John. The correct form is insert into my table, I'd name values 1, John. 2. Nested parentheses in values. You might encounter this error if you have nested parentheses within your values clause. This frequently happens when dealing with functions or subqueries within your inserted values. If you're using functions like toDate, toNumber, or subqueries, pay close attention to the parenthesis matching within those elements. Ensure each function or subquery has its own correctly balanced set of parentheses, in addition to the main values parentheses. For instance, insert into my table, date call values, toDate 2024 10-27, YMDD, is correct. However, insert into my table, date call values, toDate 2024 10-27, YMDD, is missing a closing parenthesis. 3. String literals and quotes. If you're inserting string values, double-check that you've used the correct single quotes to enclose them. An unmatched or incorrectly placed single quote can confuse the parser and lead to a parenthesis mismatch error. Make sure each string value is properly enclosed within single quotes, and be aware of escaping special characters within strings if necessary. For example, insert into my table, description, values, this is a test, is correct. But insert into my table, description, values, this is a test, is missing quotes and will throw an error. 4. Column list. Mismatch. While not directly a parenthesis problem, a mismatch between the number of columns listed in the column list and the number of values in the values clause can sometimes manifest as a parenthesis error. Double-check that the number of columns specified within the parentheses after insert into table name matches the number of values listed within the parentheses after values of. Each column needs a corresponding value. 5. Using a SQL client IDE. Utilize the features of your SQL client or IDE. Many IDEs will highlight matching parentheses, making it easier to spot imbalances. This visual feedback is often very helpful in identifying these issues. By carefully reviewing these common causes and checking your parentheses, you can effectively troubleshoot and resolve missing right parenthesis errors in your Oracle SQL Insert Statements. Remember to count your parentheses and utilize the tools provided by your IDE to help you catch these errors before they become bigger problems.